I just wanted to start by saying thank you very much. I appreciate everyone that prayed for me in my last video, or the one before last. I mentioned that I was going through a cycle of cluster headaches that I hadn't had for a long time, and they came back after years of not having them. And I had people in the comments praying for me. And I appreciate that, because a few days after that video, that cycle ended. And I no longer had the headaches. So I just really appreciate you guys praying for me. Prayer is powerful. And anybody that thinks it's not, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but it is. And I can attest to it many times in my lifetime. So again, I just want to thank everyone that has prayed for me. And God answered the prayers, and I thank Him and give Him the credit. But I appreciate the prayers. It means a lot to me. And the ones that have reached out to me personally, privately, I appreciate you guys too. And I know I'm not the best at, reaching back sometimes. And I apologize for that. But just know that you are appreciated very much. Thank you. Several things I want to touch on in this video. One of them is the last video that I uploaded, and I want to clear some stuff up here. I pinned a comment to that video, and it was the one that I shared with Attillian Child's Freemasonry expose. And I pinned a comment, and in that pinned comment, my response is what I kind of want to touch on again, because, I know not everybody read that comment. When I titled the video, "This Man Has the Ultimate Truth, Do You?" it wasn't so much everything that he was saying that was the truth, but he was pointing to the Lord Jesus Christ, or Yeshua if you prefer in the Hebrew. And Jesus Christ, or Yeshua, Messiah, is the ultimate truth. And so I just want to clear that up, that when I titled the video that's what I was referring to. The ultimate truth, the way, the truth, and the life is Jesus Christ. So that's what I meant by that. I do want to bring up a few things that came to my attention about that video. And that's why I say that I don't 100% trust anyone. I think he's got some good information. I think he does an excellent job showing you the extent of what we're dealing with here. The elite's religion. And that this, in fact, is a spiritual war. And you see how deep it goes. And as he himself said, it's just the tip of the iceberg. But that tip, he goes pretty darn deep with. And so if there's any question at all, the depths of the spiritual war that we are in, I think that video sums it up. And that alone was enough reason for me to share the video. But I was scrolling through the comments of the original video, and some people were bringing some things to others' attention that, I don't know, it caused me to kind of question. First of all, what I noticed myself is the fact that his hair kept falling over his eye. And he spent most of the video pushing the hair back from his eye. And if you're doing a video and you're exposing one eye symbolism, and he showed all those celebrities covering an eye, you'd think you'd be a little bit more careful so that you don't come across as possibly signaling. You know what I mean? So instead of continuing to push the hair away, I wondered, why don't you just tuck it behind your ear, Or why couldn't you have pulled his hair back in a ponytail or something? Anything to keep the hair out of the eye so there would be no question. So nobody could say, hey, you know, your hair was covering your eye half the video. And you think you would be a little bit more careful if you're exposing that. So I noticed that right away. But I thought, well, you know, he was trying to keep it out of his eye, and so I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. But then somebody else brought up the fact that he's wearing black and white. And we know that black and white paired together is Masonic, like the black and white checkerboard floor. So they're like, well, his hair was in his eye, he's wearing black and white. And then another thing that somebody pointed out was the timestamp of the video. 5 hours, 17 minutes, and 11 seconds. So if you add 5 plus 17 plus 11, you guessed it, you get 33. So my heart kind of sank a little bit, you know, and I thought, I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like I say, I don't trust 100% any man. You put 100% trust in God, the Father, not man. I still think there's a lot of good information in that video, regardless if he's really controlled opposition or not. There are a lot of truths in there. And so, trust no man, trust the Father 100%, and take what information you can. But be wary. I mean, I've always been that way. So I wanted to clear all that up. Okay, let's go ahead and get into what this video is about. I was on my Instagram a few days ago, and I came across some interesting information. Did you know that there's an island in Antarctica called Coronation Island? Coronation Island. You see the first 6 letters there. Interesting, but it gets better. There's also an island called Delta Island that's in Antarctica. And wait, it gets better. There's an island called Omicron Island in Antarctica. And I was like, is this true? So it didn't take long to go to Google and find out that, in fact, these are islands that are in Antarctica. So then I started thinking about some of the other variations of a certain something that, you know, they haven't been as widespread or as talked about. But you can remember there was a lambda. So let's go see if, well, looky there. There's an island called that too. So let's see what some other variants that we've had. Gamma, which came out of Brazil and wasn't as widely known and talked about. Surely that's not going to be, yeah, it is. It's an island too. Wow. Okay. Well, let me see what other islands are part of Antarctica. Well, would you look at that? There's a Deception Island. I'm not making this stuff up. Either Wikipedia is pulling a big, or this crap is really true. Like somebody that I'm not going to mention would say, you could make this stuff up, but why would you need to? And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier. Till next time, guys. Take care and be safe out there.